Hi, this is Nadine Davis, of course. I'm sorry I forgot what I was doing for a second there. I want to make some comments on your assignments for last week, and I want to give a little more detail about this upcoming assignment. Before I begin, I want to say that I thoroughly enjoyed reading your descriptions of the days of the week. They were thorough, they were well written. Even those of you that had, perfect sentence structure will benefit from this class. Those of you that are still struggling with sentence structure, you will benefit too. Making a conscious effort to learn where a sentence ends and begins is very, very important. And that's why I want you to do some more work with the post that you made, or the Dropbox assignment that you made this week. Let me get to a few reminders. Many of you, I say about 4 or 5, and there's only like 10 of you in the course, had spelling errors in your paper. And I don't read anything that has spelling errors. And you might think, wow, she's really, and you can fill in the blank. Yeah, I am. And I'm really a bitch because I want you to do well and I want you to learn. I don't make this rule because I want to make things harder for you. I make this rule to make you a better student, to make you more conscious of each sentence you write, each word you write. I want you to make you conscious of using the spell check in everything you do. There's a spell check on the discussion board, and there's a spell check in Microsoft Word. So you can use all of them, both of them, whenever you're writing. Second thing I want to remind you of is your papers are due on Fridays. If you send me an email Friday after, 11 or so, you won't get an answer till the next day. That's just the way it is. And I rarely check my email in the afternoons on Friday. I check my email starting at about 7 a.m. till about, at the very latest, maybe 2 p.m. That's it. That's all I do for email. Yeah, there's times I'll catch it later. But for the most part, on a Friday, you're not going to get a hold of me. You need to, at that point, then, send me a text using remind.com. If you have a question about an assignment that is due Friday night, use remind.com on Friday. Not that you can't use it other days of the week. You can. But use remind.com on Fridays to get those questions answered so you don't have a problem and not get your assignment in. So you can send email, but it's not really a good idea to send it Friday afternoon for the assignment that's due Friday night, because I'm not going to get to it till Saturday morning. Now, again, you might think, gosh, she's a real problem as a professor. Well, I have, just as your professor is only in class so many hours a day, they only have office hours so many hours a day. And I am online from 7 in the morning to 11 at the latest, and then I check again in the afternoon. Now, when I say from 7 to 11, that's 4 hours, and that is each and every morning, including weekends. I work every day each week. And then I check, that's 4 hours times 7 days, that's 28 hours you can get a hold of me. If you say, well, I'm in class, asleep, whatever at that time of day, then use the text, okay, if it's urgent. Next, assignments for this week, and I'm sure that's what you're saying. Get to it, lady, get to it. You're going to be in small groups. One group has 4, 2 groups have 3. Sorry about the group that has 4, but I couldn't cut a person in thirds, you know what I mean, and put a third of a person in each group to make it even. So, what I want you to do is post your papers using copy and paste, and you're going to use the controls on your keyboard. You're going to open up your paper that you submitted Friday, and you're going to do Control A, copy all, Control C, or I'm sorry, Control A, select all, Control C, copy all, and then you'll go to create a thread in your group. And in that thread in the group, you're going to do Control V and post your paper. That's it. You're done posting papers. Then you have all week to reply to each classmates, and you need to attend to all the parts. Not only do I want you to comment on what they're doing with grammar, okay, I want you to comment on the originality of the paragraph. What did you think? Talk to them about what the paragraph says. And many times when you talk about what the paragraph says, you can comment on how you could make what you're saying a little bit better. Then include where your classmate has run-ons, spliced, or fused sentences. Remember, last week you watched videos on that. And see where you can help people out. Then I want you to identify if there's any sentence fragments. Personally, I think when I was reading your papers, I didn't see any sentence fragments. I saw a lot more of run-ons and fused and spliced sentences, and I saw so many of you using that semicolon. Would you please, for now, stop using the semicolon? Please, please, please stop using the semicolon for now, okay? We'll get to it. Then I want you to identify, oops, I always do that, go to the wrong slide, where your classmates had complex sentences. Remember, we talked about that last week in the assignment and the videos. And correct sentences where you feel that they're incorrect. So you will have a lengthy post to each other. Then what I want you to do is, after you comment on every paper, go back and read what your classmates said to each other. Read the other critiques and add any comments to those in case you think that the critique has problems. So let's say a student A posts the paper, student B comments, student C comments, and then student C reads student B's review and says, boy, I don't think that's right. So they'll reply to student B's review and leave a comment there. In other words, I want you to create a conversation. I want you to talk to each other about this writing, expressing concerns, expressing what they did well, especially talk about what they did well, please. And then create this conversation to each other. You have all week to do it. Put your paper up Monday, and then you have all week to do it. The people that have 3 people in the group, you've got 2 people to read, and then you have 2 other reviews to comment on. I'm sorry about group 1 that has 4 people. You have 3 reviews to read and then 3 people's reviews to comment on. But I think you'll see that this is going to become a conversation. You're going to get used to your group members, and you're going to get to know them, and you're going to help each other. Now, if you do not see an assignment for September 19th through 23rd, I missed you and didn't get you in a group, contact me immediately, and I mean immediately, okay? Now, as a bonus, if you send me an email with the subject line, English 107, I watched the video, tell me what you learned from the video, tell me what you're confused of in the video, send it to me, and I will give you 5 bonus points. So remember, the subject line is going to be English 107, I watched the video, and then in the message, tell me what you learned from the video, what was confusing about the video, what else you'd like to know. That's 5 points on your very first assignment, the one I graded last week about the day of the week. So that's a big bonus. Talk to you later. And don't forget to use remind.com. And don't forget to use the phone. I answer it. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.